Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Deck Tech for Decks. Today we are going to be looking at the Commander 40k singles that we can get our hands on for pretty cheap. So right out of the gate, the top or any card over $10 I've eliminated from the list. So we're going to be looking at $10 down, some cards that we can get to shove in our Commander decks that I think are going to go a long way. First off, let's start with Commissioner Servin Rain. This card will go up in value because it's amazing. Not only does it deal damage to our opponents whenever we attack equal to the amount of creatures, it also has the ability to draw us a card. So not only is it card advantage, it can win us a game. We then have Sanguinary Priest. This is basically like throw it in your Aristocrats deck and it has lifelink, right? So every token you sacrifice, you're going to gain life. That's pretty amazing. We then have Celestine, the Living Saint. White Graveyard Recursion. It's not hard to gain a lot of life in white decks, so this one is going up there at $9, but I still think it's worth the grab. Canoptic Tomb Sentinel. This is a colorless creature, can go in any graveyard deck, and when it enters the battlefield you get to exile something. This one's amazing. I'm amazed it's only $3.38 because, like I said, it can go in any graveyard deck. So definitely pick this up. Next we have Canoptic Spider. This at $1.55, you'll be able to just draw cards off of any artifact spell you cast. So this is going to be really good in like Cheerio decks, really good in just artifact centric decks. And if you look at it, it's colorless, so you can throw it into any deck. Like they've expanded artifact tribal to green now, so now you can run this in green because all of the artifact draw spells are usually in blue, so now you can just throw it in any deck. This one's going to be good. Mystic Forge, this one's a reprint, but the value's gone down, so pick it up while it's down. This is $4.25 right now, and it just allows you to cast cards from the top of your graveyard. If you think about that, it's better than it is because not only are you it's basically like drawing a card because you're casting it, right? So you're digging deeper and it's just going to be a really good card. Out of the Tomb, this one's a lot better than I think people think, because how many times have you just like looked for cards to throw shit in your graveyard and you can't do that like on a very mass level very effectively? This one, your first turn, you're going to get 2. And then 4, and then 6, and then 8. This is really going to mill you fast, and that's what we want to do in a lot of decks. So at $4.57, I think it's worth a pickup. We then have Tomb Fortress. I'm amazed this card hasn't blown up, but it's a land card that lets you bring something back from your graveyard. That's very rare. I mean, it's getting more common, but it's still a really good effect for especially $3.97, so definitely pick that up. Alright, moving on, we have Herald of Nash. This is a tribal card, but historically, the longer a tribal card just sits out there and they don't reprint this stuff, this one's just going to go up in value. So if you ever plan on building Demon Tribal, just pick it up now and hold it in your collection. We then have Exalted Flame of Tazic. This is a card it's basically like a Gather Snipe, but you're going to get a random instant or sorcery to your hand every turn. That's pretty good on its face, so pick that up. Magnus the Red at only $4. This one is amazing because I think people miss the part where it lowers the cost of your instant and sorcery spells equal to the amount of tokens. Maybe people just glanced over it. They're like, okay, minuses it by 1, move on. No, it's equal to the amount of tokens, and it has a way to make tokens. So this one, I think it's a lot better than people think it is. Then Bellacor, the Dark Master. Like I said, if you ever plan on building a demon tribal, just pick this guy up now, let him sit in your collection, wait for some demons to come out, and build him later. That's going to be way better than just letting this card's value go up. I mean, look at the Dragon, you know what I mean? The Ruinous Powers. I'm kind of amazed this card's only at $2.84 because the importance of casting spells from exile has just gone insane over the past couple months. You know, you got Prosper, you've got different commanders that benefit off of it. You have cards that create treasure tokens whenever you do it, so yeah, definitely pick this card up. I see it going up in value. Nexos, guys, this one I'm really excited about. It's only $2.25, and this goes in literally any X deck that has green in it. So, I mean, I would even run this if only your commander had X in its cost. Definitely pick this guy up. It's insane. Bioguy. We'll call him Bioguy, alright? This guy, just throw him in any deck where you're just trying to go wide with counters, or just like maybe in a Trexa you want to counter on all your creatures so you can start proliferating. He's a mana dork and he puts a counter. He's pretty good in my opinion. We then have Purest Strain Genestealer. This guy, he's a better Fertilid, let's be honest. You know, Fertilid makes you pay some. This guy, you just attack. He's a better Fertilid, so that's why I think he's worth the 49 cents, you know. And Tyrant Guard, I don't think people are looking at this as a card that's good outside of Tyranid Tribal, right? Because a lot of these Tyranid cards are very low in value, but if you think about it, how many counter decks do you have where you would just automatically include a Hydra that says all Hydras have Hex or sacrifices, you know, it says the same thing as Tyrant Guard, but it's a Hydra. You'd include it in every counter deck, right? Well, I think this guy would go in any counter deck, so definitely pick him up. He's 96 cents. It blows my mind. Okay, Magnus Lucia Kane. You know, this is one of those, she only gets better the longer she's around, right? They're only going to keep printing X spells, and she's just going to become a better and better commander. I mean, she's kind of broken right now, but she's just going to get better in the future, so I think if you ever plan on building an X tribal, pick her up now. We then have Tyranid Harridden. This one, I know it's kind of like you need to be Tyranid tribal, but not really. Because you attack with this, boom, you've got yourself a little flyer. Then next turn, boom, you've got 4 flyers. Then it can double every turn as long as you have an opponent to fly overhead. So there's a lot of flying decks that can really use this guy. Again, 39 cents, not bad, right? And then Winged Hive Tyrant. Again, if you're running a deck that's a counter deck and it has blue and red, I think that's the reason the price is so low on this one, because I don't think there's a lot of counter decks with blue and red in them. But if you do have one, definitely pick this guy up, because he's just going to give you flying and haste for free. That's amazing. I think that does it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if I missed any, or cards that you think are going to go up in value that you think we should buy now, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.